In this video, I will show you a sample program on switch case. So I will show you first what is a switch case. So switch case is a control statement in C programming language. So the syntax is like this. Switch, it's a keyword. Case is also a keyword. The switch is expecting an expression. I will highlight this one. The switch is expecting an expression. We will pass an expression as an argument to the switch. Conditional. Why? Because as I told you that switch case is a conditional statement. That means if the condition true, or if the condition or the particular case is matches with any of the following cases, then that particular case will be executed. So this whatever the expression input we are passing, if that matches with any of the case, suppose case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, 5, and so on, n number of cases we can represent inside the switch. If the case 1 is matched, then these set of statements are executed. If case 2 is matched, then the respective set of statements are executed. If case 3 is matched, then the respective set of statements are executed. Suppose if I am looking for case 2, assume that our expression result is case 2. Now this value is compared with the first case. So our expression value is 2, but it is here 1. So it does not match. It won't execute the case 1 related statements. Now it will look into the next case. The next case is having the label called 2. Our expression is also having the label called 2. So now a map was found. So the set of statements that we kept inside this one will be executed. And if you observe here, after each case we place a break keyword. So break is a keyword, conditional keyword here. It is used to terminate the switch case. After executing this case, it need not be searching for the remaining cases. Why? Because whatever our target that was found already, so it's no need of searching the remaining cases. That means no need of executing the remaining cases. So the control will come out of the switch case loop once this break keyword is executed. That is the reason after each case we placed the break keyword. Means if a particular case is executed, then no need to check the remaining cases or no need to execute the remaining cases. That is the meaning of the break keyword. Suppose if the user, whatever the expression value that results, if that does not match with any of these cases, then the default case is executed. So default is kept at last. After writing all possible cases, at last we kept the another thing that is called default case. If the entered choice information was not matched with any of the cases, then the default statements are going to be executed. As this is the last statement, no need to place the break keyword here. So this is the syntax of switch case. So switch, condition or expression, block begins or braces begins, write down the first case, enclose the relevant statements and keep the break keyword. Write down the second case, enclose the relevant statements and keep the break keyword. Write down the third case, enclose the set of statements that we are going to execute it when case 3 is mapped, and close the break. Like that, n number of cases we can include. At last we can include default case. What is the purpose of the default case? If no case is matched, then the default case will be executed. So this is about switch case. Now I will open the editor and I will execute a sample program by satisfying this syntax. So first we will open the editor. This is developer C++. Open file new and click on source file. First we need to include the required library files. As usual, we need a standard library file, that is standard input output header file. Standard input output header file. After that, we should begin the main method. This is our execution beginning point. Now, so I want to read a number from the user, like between 1 to 7. If the user enters 1, I will print a message like today is Sunday. If I enter user choice 2, today is Monday, today is Wednesday. Like that, I am going to print 7 different cases by using switch case. So for that, what we have to do? We have to read the input value from the user. So before reading, we have to provide a message to the end user who is going to use our application. So how can we provide a message? By using printf statement. enter a number, enter a number between 1 to 7. After that, I apply new line. Why? Because after displaying this message, the cursor will be displayed in the next line of this information. Now, we need to collect that information. We need to collect that information. The format specifier for an integer is percentile %d. Assume that the name of the variable is n. So before using n here, I should declare it at the beginning. Any declarations in C language should be declared at the beginning of the code. That means after the main method. So I'm going to use a variable n. So first I need to decide the data type of that variable. That is, I'm going to hold it an integer. Why? Because here 1 and 7 are integer numbers. So user may enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after collecting the input from the user, the next step is we need to start writing our switch case. So switch here, I'm going to use the same variable, whatever the value that is assigned or passed by the user at runtime. Suppose if the switch is mapped with the case 1, I am going to print today is Monday. So I will start beginning with Sunday. So today is Sunday. As I told you that as per the syntax of switch case, after executing the particular case statements, we have to keep break keyword. Why? Because if this case is matched, then no need to execute the other cases. At any time, only one case will be mapped and that case will be executed. Please remember this one. So like this, I am going to write 7 cases. Why? Because for Sunday 1, Monday 2, Tuesday 3, like that. So instead of typing, just I am copying these two set of statements. Like this, I am copying case 2, 3, 4, case 5, case 6, case 7. The last one is case 7 because we have 7 days. For each day, I am writing one case. And at last, if no case is matched, then we have to write down the default case. So default, we will write. Suppose if the user does not enter the numbers between 1 to 7, he or she entered, the user may enter other than this range. Suppose in between 1 to 7, instead of 1 to 7, the user entered some other number. Then we will inform the user, please enter the number or please enter a valid input. Please enter valid input. That means users can understand that by reading this message, they done some mistake at the time of entering the choice values. So we clearly mentioned at the beginning, number should be in between 1 to 100. Sorry, 1 to 7. This one. So this is writing the switch case. This is closing of the main method. This is the closing of the switch case. And one more thing, we need to change these numberings. This is case 2. This is case 3. Case 4. Case 5. Case 6. Case 7. Case 7. Like this. And we also change here, instead of Sunday, the next day is Monday. The next one is Tuesday. Next one is Wednesday. Next one is Thursday. Next one is Friday. The next one is Saturday. So after typing our program, we need to save this one. So click on the save button. So we are already in our respective directory. So it is a first switch case demo program. So switch case demo 1.c. Like that, I'm assigning a meaningful name for my program. So it is my first demo program about switch case. So switch case demo 1.c I assign. To compile, I am using this icon. You can see here. When I am placing my mouse pointer, it will show you this icon is for compilation. Once I click on, then it will check the syntax, any syntax errors in my program. So there are some errors are there. Undefined reference to printf. There's spelling mistake. This one, printf. Again, once we made any changes in our program, immediately have to save it. Again, recompile. Now, if you observe, number of errors are zero, number of warnings are zero. So we can straight away run our program. Now our program is successfully compiled means it means that there are no syntax errors in our program. Now this is the icon for run my program. So either you can click on this icon or we can press F10 button. F10 button for running, F9 button for compilation. If I run this program, I will get a window like this. It is asking the choice from the user. Enter a number between 1 to 7. Suppose my choice is 5. As the numbering system starts from Sunday, 1 is for Sunday, 2 is for Monday, 3 is for Tuesday, 4 is for Wednesday, 5 is for Thursday. So we are expecting today is Thursday. So like that, we can change the option. Suppose again I will run the program. This time I will enter 0. Is there any case defined with the case number 0? No. Our cases are begins with case 1, case 2 and up to case 7 and default case. If there is no case mapped with this number, then the default case will be. What is the default case? What is the statement we provided there? You can check this one. Please enter a valid input. What should be entered? That is already specified on top. Enter a number between 1 to n. So just we will inform the user, please enter a valid input. Please enter a valid input. Suppose if I entered some other number, suppose negative number I entered 34 something. Please enter, in this case also it will show you that a default case statement that is called please enter valid input. I will show you the successful case. Suppose if I entered 4, so I entered 5, today is Thursday. So see, whenever I entered 5, whatever I entered 5, that is assigned to the variable n. Now n value becomes 5. So it is looking for, is there any case defined with this 5? So first it will start journey from the case 1. It will check the seeing the label. The label is not mapped because our input is 5, here it is there 1. So it won't execute these statements. Then it will go to the next case. It will check is it 5 or not. No, it is not 5. Then it skips. It is not 5. It is not 5. Now it found that it is 5. Yes, there is a case that is defined with this case 5. So it will execute the inside statements of that particular case. Only one statement is included. After executing this, immediately it applies break statement. It won't execute the remaining cases. That is sixth case and seventh case and default cases are not executed. Why? Because if a corresponding case was mapped, then no need to execute the remaining cases. How can we convey that information to our compiler? By using the break keyword. So we are giving a break. Break means no need to check the remaining cases. Come out of the switch case. So in this way, we can execute switch case programs.